Look, I believe that in East Portland, I believe that politics were played in East Portland. I think Anne Marie did the work. What I think might have happened is on the day, and this is what a lot of know, you cannot underperform by 600 in a division and you don't know until when EOJ put it up or at the end of the election. You should know that by your first count coming out of polling station by 11:30, when you get your first quote coming out of your boxes, you should then start to realize that, but wait, we did plan so by 11:30 we should have this amount and we only have this amount. What's happening? So where are the runners? Where are the managers, the persons who are assisting the process by looking at the numbers? Where are your cluster managers,
Chopper,
right? Where are your PD captain?
stick a
Fast
pin there,
asleep?
Chopper. Stick a pin there, Chopper.
Yeah, man.
Something important that one of the counts has said to me. I said, Fletcher, the canvas that, and these workers we met, I said, when they come onto the canvas in pinpoint, they see the amount of labor right that went in. That is not what voted for the Jamaica Labour Party. So it is not that they did not went inside the polling station, but something happened along the line, because when some of the canvas came throughout the course of the day, because I was monitoring Fury Hill and knowing that I wanted to get at least 600 and then here would have got that and that. So we were monitoring what was happening, and the canvas that was coming in, it was good because the laborers were coming out in some areas. But what would have happened is that people we thought would have supported Mrs. Vaz did not.
And indoor numbers are showing you that what you had on canvas actually turned up or close to it, turned up at the polling station. Then you have no control over it now. In other words, you already do the canvas, you already canvassed the house if you have four. The four persons came out, they came to the polling station, outdoor saw them, indoor saw them, but the vote didn't reflect that they voted for the JLP. So it means that persons who we canvassed thinking that they would have given the support to Anne Marie Vaz when they went to.
You just shed a different light on it there for me. I agree, you said a different light. So you said the people then did turn up at the polling station. They were there, you see the numbers, yes. But they never put the X beside the bed when them go inside.
All right. You know what funny? A lot of individuals are blaming that the mayor division did this or the mayor division did that. The mayor division came shy of 5 votes to make his division winning by 400 and Fury Hill winning by 600 and little mash. You know what is very funny and alarming? Let us just, and individuals may be upset with me after this, but it is the situation. No, so I have seen, based on the numbers, and I'm looking at where some things that would have been life-changing for these communities happen, or Mrs. Vaz carried out a particular task. And it shows that the people are genuinely not showing gratitude. Mrs. Vaz, there was little to no work done in there in terms of projects on the ground. And it was won by the JLP. Mrs. Vaz did some work inside there and she lost it. I think it would have been the biggest loss she got since from the by-election until now. It showed that something went wrong.
You know what that means, Yeti? that those communities are PNP communities, and you cannot change them. Remember, say, listen, you see, especially in the valley is PNP, right? When you go into fellowship and go, for example, Bardale,
Yeah, Berrydale.
you can't change Bardale people.
True.
Me work down there, me know them. The most you can do with them is beg them to stay at the yard, right? Which is what they did back in 2020. Yeah, they stayed home. Once they hit the road, by the time they get into that polling station, look here, as a laborite, what money a PNP could give me, and when we go in and look at the ballot box, and we see the bell and the head, what you could have done to convince me not to put X beside the bell?
Chopper, not everybody choose Jamaica.
There
And
you
it's
go.
a fact, not everybody choose Jamaica. Some people choose feast today and famine tomorrow, literally.
Yeah.
So you must understand that. And let me tell you something. I was trying to carry to watch what was really happening in some of our troubled polling stations. And when I look at how the polling station was flooded by PNP in a particular community where Mrs. Lars did some work, which should have been, mechanic, should have been mechanic. I mean, I say, the PNP, them come out and then flood the polling station. And when I look across the road, the laborers them sit down on bench. Not go inside it in a chopper, sit down on bench.
Liberators become more transactional than PNP.
You see, there's a difference between labor right and party support. Yeah, there's a difference. Me, I am a labor right. I am not a party supporter. I am a labor right. Party supporters are the one. It's when the music done, then God in there. Because as Chaps was saying, they are no transactional people. And the majority, the same thing where we cost PMP for every day. More labor right are trying to be the same thing no more than ever. Me want something, me want this, give me my money, give me 5 bills first. Me have to get a drink before. Yes. So most of them, as you say, choose improve your life and your living circumstances. It's just simple thing. It's just simple that, right? But for the people at East Portland's sake, I can only hope.
Well, I won't get in certain details, but what I'll say is that there are a lot of individuals. They did what they did because they were saying to themselves, Mrs. Vaz can't lose. That is the slogan earlier that they were really handing on. Mrs. Vaz can't lose. So a man look on himself and I say, right, if they me and two of my virgin no vote, action can't lose cash, then everybody appoints out of I say action can't lose the amount of things you do down so must come down. And so when you go when some of the runners would have gone for some individuals, I must say, give it till whatever time now you come back, and when them circle back again, we soon come, man. So what happened some of them kudos and writing down the names of these labor rights who when them go for them have records of these individuals. And what we'll do now is not to beat them or bash them, but to speak to them. We won't even tell them that we know that they did not vote. We'll just speak to them and let them and listen. We are now in a stage where all of we, have to live with the situation that Mrs. Vaz is not the member of parliament anymore. And if Mrs. Vaz were to return, Well, me not, from what I'm gathering from the and from some I know directly that did not went out, I can tell you. It's no if, no but, no maybe. Another very important thing that I want labor rights, PNP, JLP, and NOP to understand. Mrs. Vaz did not only rely on government resources, and that is where it is going to be very hard for such man. Miss Vaz know how to raise funds for East Portland, and some other areas got help too.
Thank you, boy. You know, say, me sorry, say, me never go out, but that's true, me think she could lose. Anybody ever meet that one there?
We chat. Me be honest with you, yeah, me not go call them name and also cause, like me say, we not beat them because we know people. So,
Yeah, because why they
But
make
like
you
me
look?
say, you know, people, as I agree, people took it because they thought she couldn't lose. So, everyone, tough turn in St. Elizabeth last by people were celebrating before the elections and can't lose. Why they only lose by 15 votes when far more people were sitting down in a bar? Right? That is what are the problems. So people take it and say, yes, why she can't lose. So let me make one money. They might give me 115 grand, let me take it. Because she can't lose. Right? And that is the problem.
and let me just say this. I know a lot of people will be sharing and saying whatever after the end, but it is what it is. For you, if you are watching and you said that the reason why Mrs. Vaz lost, and you're pointing finger here, there, and everywhere, and you did not went out to vote, and you're pointing fingers, and probably members of the office, probably the councillor, probably what did you contribute to Mrs. Did not went to the polling station. So the next time you're pointing finger, just ask yourself the question: what did I do to help Mrs. Vaz, or what could I? Do not point fingers at Mrs. Vaz. Do not point fingers. Why did you not go to the polling station? Because of propaganda? Because I said Mrs. Vaz going to take it beat you.
Difference in mindset. A friend of mine during the campaign was on a walkthrough down by Crystal Lee. They went to a particular community and the people there was very angry. Because they must say, why Crystal Lee no pay no mind enough? Because that even to the black job we not get. But we don't like how she deal with it. That's how them put it. We are labor right. We are going to support Andrew. That's the difference between labor right and party supporter. They will tell you, we not happy with the member of parliament. We don't think she deal with the right. But we'll still be voting for the party.
Somebody said in the chat, good evening, pretty Eva. Somebody said Portland always a PNP parish. And I hope you're saying that because Mrs. was lost and you're saddened by that fact. But if you're saying that Portland a PNP parish because you are a supporter of the PNP and you find that to be hilarious and very heartwarming to you, ask yourself the question. Why is it that it took so much for Mrs. Vaz to do so many things in Eastern Portland? PLA cannot point on anything to say Mrs. Vaz did not do that or do that not. Because guess what? For 32 long years, the PNP had the seat unbroken. So if there's a water challenge, who are you going to blame? Someone who was there for 5 years? What about the 32 years before then? And what, try and put it like this. What has Mrs. Vaz done to improve the life of Eastern Portland? And you can say this or that and being as it is. When you look from Seaman's Valley and chaps, you don't know, go all the way to Millbank. I mean, think you don't want to go so far, chaps, before Mrs. Vaz run carpet.
Why? I remember I drove from Fellowship Square. At the time, I think Marisha Dalrymple Filbert was out there. I'm trying to remember the name. Moortown.
No, man.
No, not Moortown. What's the name of that place, man?
Millbank is the last coming to. So before Millbank, you would have Comfort. Yes, so before Comfort, yes, you would have Ginger House.
Ginger. Brethren, it was a half a day drive to reach Ginger House. It was a half a day drive to reach Ginger House with the way how the road network was at the time. Remember up in the valley you have that place where the bus turn over?
Yeah, yeah.
That little community there. Another place I remember quite well. And I remember some of the persons there at the time when we came there, they were disgruntled. Some of them were laborers, some of them were PNP. But the work that Mrs. Vaz was doing at the time, even before she became member of parliament, convinced a lot of persons in the valley. And, you know, we did get some people in the valley to stay home. And we did get some people in the valley to come out and vote for Mary Vaz. But a significant amount of them know they can't change. Matter of fact, I never forget when I go to the bar a couple of days before. Like we can infiltrate down there and do something. He was the one who said to me, look, leave it alone, no waste of time. Don't let it change. And he was right. He was right. The valley is a tough area. The lessons on your people. Broaden your base. When I say broaden your base, not by there's a group there's labor rights who you need to unearth. There's young people who you need to bring into the party. Forget about PNP. If a man tell you who him be, leave him alone. Focus on the people who are well thinking. People who, as you said earlier, choose Jamaica. Because with the performance of this government over the last 5-10 years, the JLP should not have to campaign to win this election. We should never have to campaign. And Mary Vaz should be sitting on the veranda. Trust me, with the work that she has done and the transformation that East Portland got. I don't know if the road, there's a road in a little area there. I know she has fixed it because I saw her highlighting the road. There's a lot of Indian around that side, and my brethren have 2 farms around there, plant banana and planting. I forget what them name. That's where Floyd was. Yeah, same place. I try to remember the name of the place. Thumbs up, man. Yes. They had a little bit of road issues around there. And I remember I saw some work being done on that side. Those years are PNP years. Strong too.
Chopper. Yeah, give me Chopper.
Yeah, man, I hear you, man.
So, as it relates to fight for who fight for, you know what's something funny about that? Some of the time I don't even know who fight for you.
Not true.
You see, you're the problem most people face. And I said this all the while. And most time we have some young girl in some community where them young, them pretty, they maybe not be fully educated, but them pretty. But most of them, they don't know what help is. So you don't know when somebody try to help you. I was having during the campaign, I was having a discussion with a young brother. Him said the government now doesn't help me. I say, what kind of help can the government do to allow you to own a house? Him could tell me. So me say, then for all me know, chances are the government already gave you the opportunity to own that house, and because you don't know the kind of help you need, me want help. But if you stand up in front of them and say, what kind of help you want, them can't tell you. Right? What kind of improvement you want? You know say you want a car. How can I help you get a car? Boy, me don't know. You want a house, how can I get it? Me don't know. That is why most of them know when you come, somebody have built some road in your community you never had before. You never know so that I improve your life because you don't know what it will take to improve your life. And that are the problem with whole heap of constituency right across. Even young in a Westmoreland. And Danny Lawrence, right? And was still voted against. Why? Because people just say, you're PNP, you know. So it doesn't really matter what you do. It don't matter. You could have come with the world, me are still PNP. And that's why, you know, there's no way to change that one.
Government don't spend the resources that I lobbied for, I voted for, on somebody who voted against. Me will give the basic. You're entitled to the basic.
I am with that one, Chopper.
You're entitled to road, water, and access to electricity. Anything else, you're not entitled to it. Give it to the people who vote for you, who support you, who want to see you there. Why should you deprive my community, who gave you 85% support in the election, and you take the resources and win? Make it make sense. And if Labour right members of parliament don't get that coming out of this election, I don't know what them will get. Because all of them who have this whole idea about trying to appease PNP, them going, eh?
That is the greatest lesson where everybody should take from this election.
That is what it is.
After your own.
Take care of your own. Secure
if
your
somebody was sitting in a parliament today don't learn that lesson, they need to come out.
Give them the basic. They're entitled to road, water, and access to electricity. Everything else goes to the people who wanted you to become government. Why should a community, why should Central St. James that voted for the Jamaica Labour Party be deprived of a road that you give to South, who believe that Homer Davis should not become the MP? Tell me, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
True.
Somebody who vote against the JLP. Tell me why, make it make sense. And that is what
2030, if the lessons from 2025 are applied leading up to 2030, the Jamaica Labour Party will enter an election with 35 safe seats.
that is it.
Yeah.
You don't need
the
more than
lessons,
that.
yes.
You
If
don't
the
need more than that.
lessons, yeah, we don't need more than that. If
Stop
the
running
lessons
those
are
seats
applied,
you can't get. All right.
yes. If the lessons of 2025 are applied, we will enter 2030 with 35 safe seats,
Simple as that.
hoping to get back another 3 to add to it.
Do not
Simple
take
put.
the resources of St. James and give it to Westmoreland. Do not take the resources of parishes like St. James, St. Elizabeth. Those parishes have pretty much shown their hands as to who they want and what they want. They did not choose you. So why you must manage for everybody? I understand that. It is the politically correct thing to say, but it is not the politically correct thing to do. Okay. It is the right thing to say when you're on the political platform, because it sounds good. But in practical, in theory, it's good. In practical, stay away from that. Take care of your own.
That message. I very much endorse that message.
I hope the water truck in Portland is having some challenges
Which one?
and will not be able to go. I hope so.
Which water truck?
I'm just hoping that it has some problem on Kianga Road.
Okay, there's a lot of water truck in East Portland, but there's no other water truck that will be going around.
Thank you very much, sir.
That water truck does not exist anymore.
Thank you, sir. Listen, politics, elections have consequences. You know? Election consequences, and when you vote, you have to understand, say, what you sow, how you're going to reap. So for those, and I can understand, it's tough, you know, because here's a too, because remember that they are who go out that.
Well, let me tell you. And last night I used this scenario to explain it, you know. You see, the multitude that Jesus fed,
Yes.
they said they don't want him. And you see the handful who said them they don't want him, they gain eternal life. So here you know. Though they gain eternal life, you know, they all suffered together because of the result that they played, because of the result the multitude played. So guess what now? Sadly, because no, the truth. It is the truth.
I understand. I'm with you. I am
Guess
with
what?
you on that.
You know what will happen now? You see the 8,000 had we voted for Mrs. Vaz. I forgot find the 8,000 had we vote for such man and get them behind him. Because guess what? They are the reason why they are suffering.
Yes.
So they have to understand that as a result of Mrs. Vaz not being elected member of parliament, her hands are tied from doing certain things. So guess what? This gentleman now believes the 20 million from CDF can run the entire constituency. He will now find out that it cannot make the office door open like what I see it shut from the other day from the money not open.
He will have to know. He will have to know. Start to draw down on Vibes Cartel's fortune.
Them boy, mommy, what happened?
Oh, I tell you, it's a.
So,
It was a lesson field election. I learned a lot. I hope the party learned a lot. I hope the government learned a lot. I hope the losing members of parliament learn a lot, as well as the winning members of parliament.
I can tell you this.
Why Flowers want my phone?
Who that? Kendra? Or them boy, mommy?
Go ahead, Mom.
Kendra, what you just now was talking?
And then when did I talk? But it look like I something wrong.
Yeah, man.
Them boy, mother?
Yeah, but is that guy?
No such man from down country there. My girl there. Let me see.
The man put me internet bad. Internet bad. Internet. Pastor Christmas and Pitney first. Take your labor right and first. Chuck want a thump in their mouth.
Hey, Chuck, you can't believe say I call my good friend transgender.
So if the mammogram program that Anvas had, that huge program where so many women go out, and I don't think that was even a government initiative. I think that was her private initiative too, right?
And if individuals were to recall when this thing came about, Mrs. was one day went to
Yes.
remember the Marlin tournament?
Yeah,
What
man.
what time of the year Marlin tournament? It kept every year on the same time. The other day,
I think it's happening now.
I think no, it finished the other day. So it would have been in September, close to ending October. Mrs. Vaz won in April.
Yes.
And Mrs. Vaz said to us in the office, listen, guys. Was analyzed, there was still some funds left in the CDF, so Mrs. can do as much as she can. From Snow Hill, which is the border to Mr. Vaz's constituency, to Hector's River, which is the border of what would have been Michelle Charles' constituency. She made sure that you had skips painted in the national color, beautiful skips.
Yeah, man.
That's one.
All along the roadway, yes.
Then bus stop, same thing. The bus stop then paint over and then she created some just to see. And then she did like also started to give to the students, ensure that them alright, start the 1 and 2 road. And I remember when she went to the Marlin tournament, because I was there, I was the one that took that picture that you see them have up all over now. And let me say this, for individuals who are watching this at the moment, I would have shared it. And if you have a PNP friend, and you know, say, them with us get, and then go on a social media platform to disrespect Mrs. Vaz, please remind them that from Mrs. Vaz became member of parliament, I have always been this time you would never see me around the team. You know why? I am behind the camera taking the photograph. So, in your interest, be reminded that every single photograph that has been taken from 2019 until now, I have them all. So if you're going
Jesse, hold on. Those, you remember when time the by-election, I take the picture, and you to my left front center and come to the by-election.
so
I take the picture, brother.
someone
You can't even talk, you know. You, that you know, from election, I'm not talk on live, you know. You sit down in Westmoreland, I want council seat, we have them, the people that we are saved. See over and over, I want, hey, I'm not talk. Make me say, I want some rainfall, you see. I want some thunder clap down at that, you see.
Look how long in the valley, when the valley flood out, Virgin, even before Mrs. Vaz was member of parliament, valley flood out, and them down there with big equipment, everything. Well, I hope such man will have that sort of resources, no?
just let me finish saying something and putting some important measures so people can understand. The other day, and may have some of my comrade friends and that say, boy, Yeti, not do this and not do that. I may be lenient to say, all right then. Here we go. If a man even go out and say, boy, them not like action, I mean, no say them get things and me approve for it. But now I'm going to say nothing because you know want to do certain things and to make people feel away. But you see, when you go on social media and then you are being disrespectful and lying about it, you best believe, you know, it is coming. The other day, I'm not afraid to call the officer name. Everybody know her, Miss DG, what's her name? Delrose, a police officer. She was a sergeant before she left the force.
You know her, man. She leave the force now? You know her very well, man.
She
You know her from
she
2019.
posted something on the on social media right after everybody come out and bash Miss people at Portland and said them ungrateful. And I saw where she commented and said, I thought funds spent by the member of parliament are taxpayers' money. And I remember, and you see in certain details, my name not going on because she should know that certain things I have always been there, so I know certain intricate details. So she should never try bring on Mrs. Vaz, because on a local time, she come for help from Miss Vaz, and Miss Vaz go in her personal and say, listen, I will assist you. She couldn't believe, and her profession does not allow her to do these sort of things, and she bawled to go up on camera to big up Mrs. Vaz and say thanks for assisting her son. I want to see she go up on social media the day on the Sunday. Me feel hurt come here and say, and look how Miss Vaz do for the lady here now. And Miss Vaz, brother, and Mr. Vaz, you know. And when, and then,
Right, you know.
she a what? She a PNP. But anyway, just allow me to continue, Chopper. Just allow me to continue, Chopper.
Go ahead, boss.
So me go in my collection and I say, you know what? Type in Del Rose. Because when we take pictures, certain how Mr. Vaz call them, the big neck people them, me have a file for all of the big neck people them. So she me have a file for she. Now my phone, where me, well, year this, year that. So me have it in the year. So me just take it out of the year and bring it down and post it with a caption from her personal purse. And you should have known this because here you are in the video down below telling Mrs. Vaz thanks. And I posted that and reminded her that the must be a market burned down. And the $20 million that was given to these vendors is what them get as CDF. And Mrs. Vaz did not just raise $20 million, she raised more than that to assist every single member that was affected with a grant of $100,000. Plus she went again and she did $16 million for the shed that is there currently, where people are selling from now. Not just shed to cover them, but also them have booths so them can lock up and put them grocery, whether for tourism, the tourism section over there. So those with regular as of that. And now she a man go around the sun and start about why I'm can do better, while his party leader on several occasions say come up and come help them. Him never come, calling Shaka Shame, Ching Flee and Fly, never take up $1 from out of Boston Bay beach money and say $100 for the people. Him never take $100 from out of jerk, Boston jerk and make and a milky people and say $50 people. But as soon as Mrs. Vaz came and said, listen, may I go help and tour with our family and friends. And Mrs. Vaz call us first and ask what is happening. And she said, ensure her water truck down there a help, else we're not going to hear the end night. And we have to ensure the water truck down there help out for Mrs. Vaz, Mr. Vaz, the Portland Municipal Corporation water truck plus the fire truck and all of the other water truck them join. And Mrs. Vaz said, get them there to hold it. So and like Mrs. Vaz just hold there and do nothing. And the most important thing people must understand, the donors did not came to Mrs. Vaz head and East Portland head because Mrs. Vaz just said she want help. Mrs. Vaz did a video. I cry. And at the time, the raise just came about when the member of parliament salary would get this amount or that amount. And she said she's going to donate her first year salary, her increase, to the people of the Musgrave market, the 200 vendors then. And I said, listen, because of what you have done, we are going to match that. And I saw people start push. Everybody want to get.
But Yeti, let's not forget that even the rural school bus system came out of Mrs. Vaz's concern when she went to the second crash site to look at the unalive young people at the accident. She said, no, it cannot continue. And she decided to run a drive to have a school bus system in Portland. Portland, it was where the first one was to be, and they decided, no, we cannot do it for Portland alone. So even the national school bus system is hoard to Miss.
Me not reach nowhere near there so yet. Me just go over some few things so East Portland people understand what they had and what they don't have now. Mrs. Vaz saw East Portland as her home. Yes, it seemed like, oh, she take care of her home, and so she take care of East Portland. People, once she saw, if she have drive through and she see somebody else suffer, some of the time our CPO have hell to deal with Miss Vaz. Because if you drive and Miss Vaz, it just step on a sieve, just go left and right if you see what happen. And if she spots something in our alley, happen, or somebody else suffer a certain way, Miss Vaz says, stop the vehicle, and before the vehicle stop, Miss Vaz pull the door and I head out. Our CPO, them have them finger up on the door. So as the door pull off, the jump road, cause my time in the road. And she not busy because she want to ensure our East Portland family are right. Numerous times. me and my co-worker, and we stress out because I guess Miss Vaza jump out. And when she start move, may God help you. You have to run her down and walk, she walk. This is the member of parliament. And when me hear such man about the member of parliament does not live here, it's just a 5-minute video she do in constituency. Page, I yesterday me even look on it and see it. Bellevue. When the whole of they come down upon them, Miss Vaz get helicopter, Mr. Vaz, and through the One Jamaica Foundation, which belongs to Mrs. Vaz also, helicopter, she go up in a helicopter and bring items up there to help them. So and look at Miss Vaz though, before even considering being a member of parliament from 2016 and before then. So when we see people ungrateful, certainly I go on social media and crash out of this, I'm not crashing out. Me alright. Me good. Me can't leave social media alone, but Mr. Guess what? I came from St. Catherine in 2019. Chopper, you know, I came with Mr. Abrams. And on a look work we put in. And I've been there with Mrs. Hence the reason why I push so much. So when I see people tell lie, me go always be defending it. So if you're on this platform and you feel like by any reason at all you want to be respectful and tell lie, please be reminded that every single thing that happened in East Portland, I have access to the truth. And I'm coming with facts and not fiction.
We get it, yes, we definitely. There's a whole heap of people out there that give you one whole heap of reason. She never do this, she never do that, she never do this. We did one that and we did one that. And as you said earlier, all the things that people are complaining that she did was something that they were lacking for 32 years. And the other person, and you make somebody come in and tell, you see East Portland, in 1972, the PMP run a campaign where say better must come. And the people them buy into it. And the same thing in East Portland. Somebody can tell us as good as this, they're going to do better. And people run and follow it.
Yes.
Right? People run and follow it. But I agree with you. They had somebody who going forward, she will be the standard that members of parliament are measured against. Going forward, everybody will have to wonder: Are you working like an Anne-Marie Vaz? We are going to see her jump up on the back wall. We are going to see her in a water boat. That is what people have to go look forward to from now on.
Let me tell you, man. When Chuck Finley, some of the time we pray for rain to fall. We like the team pray for rain to fall. Cause I take boat, but for somewhere, Miss was over reach in the East Portland, I have to find her. Because she know one year, people must have found she in the constituency. In a middle of hurricane, Miss was a call and I ask, what is happening? How is our East Portland family? I remember one time I purchased some tarpaulin for wrap around my house. Right? Then if rain start fall and it go blowing the veranda and so forth, no, it whatever. I may see certain things happen in my community. I remember as me I go pull my tarpaulin for start put around my veranda. Because I know the rain blowing. Action takes in the group. Have you checked on your neighbor to see how their roof has been doing? Anybody have any tarpaulin them can go distribute? Knowing very well she knows that me buy some tarpaulin, you know. She a true word, say listen, you better take them tarpaulin you buy for your house, go distribute to them people if them need it. And in a middle of the rain and breeze I go, me run this up, stop, run this up, stop, and look what happened. I went as far as to the shelter to see what was happening and see how people was being treated. And I calling and reported before the cell tower go down and give them my tarpaulin them and something. As soon as the East Portland, I now figured. And me, bush and saw a clear road. And because the phone never did work, Miss Vaza called me to find out where me there. I'm from morning, she can't find me. And my co-worker them the year, they can tell you, a cussing we get. And up on the road me there. This is how much take her East Poland personal. When she got through and when we explained, the next day when we explained what was happening, going to the joke. I remember when she called the minister at the time responsible for telecommunication and say, guess what happened? Me a move around and me can't get for call none of my team, we can't get for hear from nobody to know what is happening. Because guess what? She want to know what is happening right across her constituency. And she went into every committee to ensure that, listen, access to the road is there. So not like our MP where when nothing happen, she just laid back and wait till it clear. She's helping to clear. She had the on the tractor, she had the in there, she had the directive, and she had help push over to. Some of the time if you're not careful, she go down the gully because we have to hang her upon her. Because she don't know idea, she just a push and not really know. So if she push too much, she might drop over in the gully. We have to hang her upon her. And I beg her do. Just make him and work, no? She want a machine to chop bush. She want to do everything. This is the type of member of parliament, East Poland.
He was truly a gem, my boss, but not tell no lie. And I remember 2018 when we go down there for campaign in the by-election. I remember that by-election. I think we did run a Fairy Hill, I think we did there. Chaps Garden. I think a Fairy Hill we did there. I think they were putting on a football competition. Right? And trust me, then tell you say they call Shelly and Fraser the pocket rocket. It would have fit on Marie Vaz also. It would have fit her also. The energy of the woman did have from them time there. And the energy was not just about, you know, it was have to do with serving the people and making sure the people was all right. And trust me, from 2018 up until September 3rd, that level of energy, that level of care, it not dim, not one bit. Every breeze blew, every fire. She's always there. And what the part of most people wouldn't understand, that level of care that she showed was even before she was member of parliament. Because even when she was just Darrell Vaz's wife, them used to call upon her for help. Even when Bloomfield was a member of parliament, she get more call for help in East Portland than Bloomfield ever did. Right? So that's why the transition to making her member of parliament, when whole heap of people that come make noise about who this, where she come, the people of East Portland don't already know her. And again, it cannot be said enough. East Portland people wanna lose a gem. A gem is gonna lose.
Rewind to the beginning. When Mrs. Vaz had applied for the seat, you know, she would have to do so officially. There were members, high-ranking members in our party who said coming to East Portland from 2018 was too soon, and the people are going to my road. I remember Ms. Vaz come and I tell her the story. Ms. Vaz said, well, if them is not going to mute, at least them not going to the election. Hungry, them are going to right. Only caretaker, me see actually I do things like the MP before becoming an MP. Miss Vaz get bridge figure in East Palm and the council and the member of parliament Blackie. They said no, you can't do. Miss Vaz get road done through donation and they said no, then Blackie. Miss Vaz does so much things and East Poland people shy to the fact that listen, Mrs. Vaz has always been trying to help even before becoming an MP. And she has always been getting fight. From the council, they were there from 30 odd years, and from the same member of parliament, which was also her.
Most of them don't know what is help. Most of them, they don't know what is help. So even when you put on the help in front of them, they don't know how help is.
So I know like, me just dedicated to defending Mrs. Vaz because me a crash out or something. No, me can't be silent on the matter. Me can't say, well, me not do nothing or whatever. Because me certain things are okay when me can just live and be alright. But me say, guess what? Miss Vaz have done so much. Not just for me, but Eastern Portland. If you look at my page, other day I look at him and say, but more action upon this dummy and after my page. I the love and respect what me have for her. And me can tell her this. I the only member of parliament we treat her team as one. Miss Vaz not going to one building if we can go in there. She's not going in there. And everybody eat good. What are we going to eat? Some now security in our house and we then just eat. Everybody there on the dining table and we eat and we talk. And I didn't make like them did forgive out and give out last week. I just such a steer. And I'm glad you're eating. You know it's a 5 person not get yet. You want to tell your friend to tell like a dinner mash up. That is the type of member of parliament. Why them 5 you not get it? You couldn't find them with them there. Alright, guess what? Run up the team early in morning, we'll go up there. I saw Miss Vaz here. When Miss Vaz goes to certain condition of people, she break down and she cry and she get help. So when individuals think, oh, everything Miss Vaz was taxpayer money, they lack the knowledge to understand. Mrs. Vaz can call anybody in corporate Jamaica and say, guess what? May have 10 and may I beg something. Mrs. Vaz never got to nobody yet and say, may I beg. This might cost that. So may I ask whatever help I can get. That is how Mrs. Vaz operated. And East Portland will have to live and understand that this is what they voted against. And every evening, once Missy propaganda and Shaka page or on such man page, like how in election I should have been defending certain things, but I was instructed, just leave it alone because East Portland people. Miss Vaz got this, Miss Vaz got that. All of these things are lies and propaganda. Miss Vaz never sell a phone to water to nobody.
Good evening, sir.
Joshua, go ahead. You know, say from the other day, I search for your pants up and I couldn't find them. I don't know why.
Oh, you mean so you search me? You not search me, man.
You know, at the picture.
You know, sir, the dirty boy caution report me this evening where my picture gone.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Gay guy.
No, not. I don't know if I'm gay, but you know, taxi man will come tell me about under my mother. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Good evening, Chucky, my big brother. Chucky.
Chucky, little son, Chucky did that game at one point.
Bless her.
Oh, I forget someone and baby mother did that carry maintenance money con game today. You know, no, paper con game today. So I'm probably busy.
Slap because come here with that, you know.
Chucky, God bless you, my brother.
Man, we're there upon the government work, you know.
Yes, man. We can do better, man. We have to stop the lies, them. You know, while you were talking, I went on such man page.
Bill?
The one whose name sound like a sprat. Right? I right? And I'll show you how people dishonest, you know. They posted a picture on their page saying taking picture beside a road don't mean say you do it. You see them dishonest? And this is a road that they know that Miss Vaz did. And now try to sell that narrative out there. So, you know? And this is the kind, the level of me think say, seem like how them target and tell lie and decide to that. Same like how them target and tell lie, I believe it's the same way as often as we can. To ride him about the and show that he wants to steal a beach from the government.
Be careful when you talk certain things about them man excited when you hear certain type of argument, you know.
Bye. Well, that's the party of it, you know. So, like a while ago, I just came on when I was eating dinner a while ago. So just as I opened, I noticed that there's a live going on. So I labor the bly and I get the bly. You know, so the little taxi boy, over there tell life on the government, but the government want to make needs mandatory. You know, at first he never says so, you know. Him try to cut out my argument and then afterwards I talk about how government want to implement needs. So me not call him name because me not gonna give no man no fame. Right? I just said such man a while ago. Mentioned that government want to implement needs. I said that same man need to tell you, say it was in their manifesto also to do the same thing. Right? All of a sudden, he go 360 now. I try to say, oh yes, we have it too, but government want to make it mandatory while we were giving you a choice with them lied self. Eh? Me just remind the people that digital ID is international now. Right? Mind you, it has to do with prophecy, but whether or not it is so, it is something that is international. So whether you want to be on board or not as a nation, the entire world, as the Bible had indicated in Revelation chapter 13, is going to go that direction. But it is the entire world. England has it right now. There's demonstration. France has it. Yes, sir.
Just let me add that when cell phone was very same outcry about cell phone, that was it. At the mark of the beast, at the devil come. Now, all the dog on the can have a cell phone.
Till Roger Clark, I say you have two phones, you can use one, call the next one, eh? You remember when Roger Clark said that, Chucky?
Remember, man.
Yeah, man. So, man have enough so much cell phone that him can use one, call the next one. By the way, Yeti, when PNP want to take credit for cell was under Edward Philip George Siaga in 1983. What the name of the place that's out of Freeport, Chucky? Remind me the name of the place. Chucky. No, man, I never tell you.
Digiport. No,
right?
not
So when
Digiport.
Yeah, so when Jamintel is long after Digiport. So when you hear PNP come on live and telling lies and trying to take credit for what them don't know about.
And yet, Siaga's video sound like in today's day. Siaga in 1983 said a time will come when businesses will want to outsource a part of their operation to other countries, and we must be ready for it. What that sound like today? The very call centers where we have.
42 years ago in Yeti.
Yeah.
That the man had the vision to see the thing before it happened. No, it wasn't 42 years. It was actually, let me see, because from 1980 to now would have been 45 years. Mr. Siaga saw things that this nation never saw. You see all the highways that them are brag upon now? That was Mr. Siaga's vision from day one, right? Lot of things where you hear them a boast upon. And Mr. Siaga vision them a ride upon. Tell them say without Mr. Siaga, Jamaica dollarization. So the national currency that we have without Mr. Siaga, we wouldn't have it. Right? So, the stock exchange, without Mr. Siaga, we would not have stock exchange in Jamaica. The financial sector, when we have our own banks owned locally, without Mr. Siaga, we would not have had it. These are things that you need to know yet, so that when PNP tell lie, push back against them lies. Right? And if you need, and the other man jump off not too long chops, and last and least of the apostles is me.
Yeah, man.
Right? Because PNP can't stand up to history. History is not on their side. When PNP coming up with the argument that they're the party of the poor, let me tell you how to push back against it. Before, we had two parties in Jamaica. That is after Marcus Garvey party that them shut down. Right? People's Progressive Party, PPP. Right? After that, there was no official party in Jamaica. The only representative of the Queen in Jamaica was Norman Washington Manley, who was Premier of Jamaica. Right? But we did not have a party in Jamaica that was indigenous to Jamaica. And Bustamante used to fight on behalf of the port workers and the sugar workers, the poor people of this country. So when PNP come out and a tell lie that they are party of the poor, not go so. When the first party was being formed in Jamaica in 1938, one of the founding member, and listen this now, listen this carefully, was Alexander Bustamante, previously known as Alexander Clark. That was his original name before he went to Cuba and changed his name. Right? When the People's National Party was being formed, one of the founding members was Alexander Clark, now known to us as Alexander Bustamante. A lot of labor right MP not even know this. Right? And the original name, listen this again, that the People's National Party should have was the Jamaica Labour Party. That was the first name that was put forward for them to name the party. And you know what was the reason why they rejected it? Right? And that is why I say, send me a follow, send me back your number, and let me send you some of these information. Right? The reason they rejected it, they said they don't want to be called the Jamaica Labour Party because they had concerns that the party was just a party for the poor people, the working class. So they did not want to be associated. The party was being formed. There were supposed to be 22 members. PNP could only find 17 of the 22 because they were going for the elites, the teachers. In fact, the group that is now known as the JTA, Jamaica Teachers Association, was then known as Jamaica Union of Teachers. And they had a sitting member on the formation of the People's National Party at the very start. That is why they cannot be objective, because PNP is JTA and JTA is PNP. That is why they cannot be objective. And that is why we need a rival teachers association. If it's even JTU, Jamaica Teachers Union, we need a rival one that is neutral and going to be objective and think about the benefits of the teacher instead of the benefit of their party. Right? When Jamaica, when the PNP was being formed, it's pure teachers, lawyers, doctors. And by the way, it's not Norman Manley's party like you normally hear. It's OT Fairclough party. This is the only time Mark Finsack Golding is right. Because it's really OT Fairclough. Right? But they needed a face that everybody recognized. And that is how Norman get to be the given the title, the founder. He was the first leader of the party. We have to get that right. For the sake of history, we have to get it right. Whether we like it or not, we have to get it right. The second thing is that the JLP, that was formed 5 years later. Right? And the JLP was formed 5 years later. One of the candidates was a sideman from a garbage truck. Representative was a postal worker. One was a cane farmer. I mean, cane farmer like now. When it was cane farmer. Those were the persons who represented the Jamaica Labour Party and by extension the people. And that is why Jamaica Labour Party got the name Dirty Labourite. Because no one of prestige was a part of it. Buster was not looking for that. He was looking for people who simply had a heart to represent the people. Right? So when PNP talking nonsense, make sure you have history for pushback. And if you buck up in a little thing, send come call for women. We come rip down the limb them and burn off the orange leaf and make sure that we prune the trees so that green leaf can come up.
Yeah, man.
Kendra, good night. I failed to tell you good night, and there are 120 persons who are there because 3 is in the box, so it must be 120 plus on the For You page. Yeah. But continue to yet don't make them get away with the lie, man. We can't sit down and fold our hands and make PNP get away with the lies.
Every evening, man, whether yard, hotel, roadside, as long as we can communicate, I'm going to do something. I'm going to go history. We're going to do matters arising. Every truth we're going to go through. Everything. So it's going to be like a year issues life side of thing every single day.
Yeah. And remember, I suggested to you, let us look at the responsibilities of the political representative, the responsibility of the mayor, responsibilities of councillors, responsibilities of MPs, the role of central government versus the role of local government, also how laws are created in the country, right? Because sometimes and what the PNP run with, is the ignorance of the people. Take, for instance, even the water gun issue. Them claiming that, it's Andrew. And people need to understand that no one political party create laws in this country. Without the signature, without the support of the opposition, no laws can be formed. And people need to understand that.
I'm going to also be having senators, councillors, MPs, everybody going to get a chance to come explain something that is important to them. So even those MPs who know so social media savvy as we know, some of them might not be, them constituency can see that they'll be here because they're going to do some flyers and ensure that we're blasting so people can come and ask whatever question they may have pertinent to whatever discussion we're having. So,
yeah, man. There are some MPs who use up social media and even caretakers. So like Michelle Charles, she used to work the social media. Floyd Green uses it quite frequent, and Pernell Charles Jr. uses it quite frequently. It would be good to have Dr. Tufton on and get an update on the hospital, where we are.
different different.
Good night, folks.
One love. I'll come to you.
Good night, one love.
And we're gonna have an evening.
That's how I'm.
Not much, my boss. How you doing?
And then
All right.
explain to them.
Great.
Explain to the lady. Clarity. Explain to Clarity in the comment now. Make sure you know say when there was premiere, there wasn't any party.
But that
Norman Manley was premier of the party. When it was premier, we didn't have any party.
Claude,
Norman Manley was a
is one who gives oversight to a country. But you don't have to have a political party for that to happen. However, once there was a political party formed, right, then there was no more a premier. He might have been temporary, until the first election was called, but he wasn't once the political party came into being, then things changed. So that's how it worked, Claudette.
And Norman Manley was in England when the People's National Party formed. But we don't have time to explain tonight.
He came back to Jamaica then because O.T. Fairclough invited him to sit on the steering committee. To sit on the steering committee.
You're a distinguished gentleman, so come and run this party for us.
Yeah, when the paperwork and all of them something there come up, they did have those. But
believe it or not, Buster Manley play a more integral part in creating the People's National Party more than Norman Manley.
Yes,
believe.
Yes, man, and that is what I was trying to educate them about. Because even the name that the party should have gotten, Buster is the Jamaica Labour Party, and that's the name of the other party, which is the ruling party now, and hopefully will be until we get a viable opposition, and even then we still want them in our opposition.
There's something else in Joshua we need to make the public know, and people may feel say we have spread false information because some of them things them not right though, They have it that they spread a propaganda upon Buster Manley say Buster Manley was a dunce. Manley last secretary funeral. And who want believe I feel them business that Buster Manley used to head it in cousin and in brother political speech for him from the opposite party because Buster Manley was more of a street person than Norman Manley. When Norman Manley talked, nobody in the public don't know him at all.
And one other thing you need to point out since you got there is that Michael imitated Buster and learned a lot of his learned a lot of his charisma.
No, I'm not imitated. Michael grew Norman. I'm a Buster. Michael Manley.
Yeah.
Michael Manley and his father couldn't stay in the room for 5 minutes and a fight.
Yeah, man.
His father said, how old are you?
Well, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that, That
I'm uncle and cousin Buster Grimm. And a lot of people don't know. Buster Manley and Norman Manley are brother. One man breed two sisters, yeah?
And also cousin. But on the matter of his education, one love. You also need to remember to let them know that Buster went to school both in England and Spain. He went to university in Cuba and he went to school in Spain or vice versa. And they need to know these things. So those who are spreading rumors, Buster Manley had a university education.
Buster Manley speak fluent Spanish. Norman Manley couldn't talk Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Yes. In fact, one of the his name in Spanish is Alejandro. So in English it's Alexander, but in Spanish it's Alejandro.
Joshua, my middle name Alexander. You know?
Yeah. Oh.
And
One of the things I tell Labour right all the while, I don't know quarrel with PNP because I don't. Yeah, man. A lot of the time when we're on some topic and what they want to do is to change it, them come up and just say something where them know they're going to disturb you and you're going to spend time and cuss them out. And,
yeah, your favorite
forget
friend.
it.
Your
Yeah.
favorite friend come and say, we don't want to talk about that. This we want to talk about.
Yeah. Like a while ago when I stopped over live and I was explaining to them about because somebody raised the point, Olympic Way raised the point that the camera is harder to operate than the drones. Not only PNP was telling him no, but Labour understand is that a camera system, it includes the camera, and that is what Olympic Way is talking about, because it will be 3 systems rolled into one, as the Prime Minister had announced earlier this year, right? Some to track vehicles and going to Jamaica Eye, some with the cameras and the body worn cameras and all of those things. Because you have 14 parishes, you have 63 constituencies, you have 14,000 police, and then you have the rest of the citizens. So it has to now be strategically placed and everybody responsible for a geographical area. So it will be a large cohort of people and hopefully a centralized database. Of course, you're going to have regional data center, and then that is rolled into the centralized data center.
Joshua, the central database I work already. I won't say any more on that.
Yeah, well, I know to some extent, but I'm not sure how wide it is now, but I know. Because I know 2 persons who work with the central database, and these are trained IT personnel. That's what they went to university for. When I was there talking now, that boy whose name is the opposite of reckless, come up there and I try to change the topic.
I know you hate them. I just avoid them.
No, I don't hate them, but that boy come tell me about under my mother, my 92-year-old mother. So when I go to Jamaica, I'm have to defend that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man, I'm have to defend that, man. I'm have to stand up in front of my face and defend that. Because I got Central Kingston for him. And if you see him down there.
When I was around 16, when I was around 16 years old, my father said to me, say, he was a PhD immortal later days. He said, if you want to be on the right track in Jamaica, anything that the PMP do, you do the opposite.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can't make that little boy
come fulfill.
Yeah, man. I can't make that little boy get out with him statement, man. Let me tell you how the boy this me no one love. We're up on Frontline when Frontline just start come on internet. And the night me I go bathroom after 3, I can't forget. And me say, all right, let me tune in to the live while me on the bathroom and hear what them saying. So I realize that PNP up on the live, I tell lie. That was about last year, May. And them I tell lie as them usually do. No, it wasn't May, a lie. It was about October. So I say, all right. Me beg a let up and go up there and start talk. So them time there, Labour pick up for the little boy, man. And when them say, boy, this and that, I say, no, man, a good youth, man. And if you can reason with him one away, I'm reason with you. And the night, every minute him internet drop. So you know, me as a man, every now and then, I like draw card, One Love. Every now and then. So When him internet drop, I said to him, I call the boy name and I say, come out of the people them tree, man. Who tell me if it's such a man say under your mother may I come from? Eh? My mother is 92. I don't know you. I make sure I draw you from under her.
I'm not supposed to be near or much less than that.
You see it? Anytime I go to Jamaica, I go draw you from under her. Right? Because you're out of
your
that.
card at the PNP with Fox Yeti. The first place and run under your parents.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
Me not make work them something, you know. Me not make it trouble me because you have to expect it. You know. You just know. Say, listen, I know. I look at SY missing a comment section when I see certain things. SY missing like. So we don't make them know. So listen, we understand that intellectually that is the only abbreviation on our understand in English, and that the only dialect gonna have over with every time. SYM. After that, that's it. SYM.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, normally, believe it. I'm decide for react, but a little boy, yeah, he must make sure that in defend him chat and time I see him. I make sure that I get a 4-time vehicle, I know where I live now, I know which route him run pan now. So anytime I go to Jamaica, I have to defend that. Here, and I have to stand up in front of my face and defend it.
So and one time just starting him work.
No, him work at taxi. But work has started. Him not done still, you know. In fairness to him, you know. Right? And 100,000 from a taxi man is the same 100,000 like from a CEO. So I have a problem with a man job. So me now go follow people and look down on a man because I'm professional. $100,000 for the garbage man is the same 100,000 for the business owner. Right? None of them not have money, does not have any profession.
Yeah, man, you spend and take your responsibility.
Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Claude,
Claude, well,
Yes. Good night, panel. Good night, panel. Let me in a shop. I never come up with it just a listen. You can't come. Sometimes I appear nice in here when somebody comes.
Okay.
So we go back.
Flowers, how are you?
Sure. I am good.
All right. So we're going to change the name from Flowers to the original Rose because the Rose are over PNP side. What did I tell lies? Said she never come red. The other day, me here over there talk about we not cooperate with them. We not cooperate with them. Blah, 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 blah. The same liar one love. Oh, one
yes,
love
I know her. Where she accountants, the one where accountants in a foreign.
Yes,
and she accountants from 19 all long, so she know everything about accounting and business and all of these things. Yeah, I know her.
Listen me. $1 million for the accountant is $1 million for the garbage man. Money don't have no profession. Remember that. So we can't look down on anybody's profession. Somebody have to drive the bus. Train carry the CEO, the white collar workers to work. If you want to prove that true, you go on a flush white collar workers, now them suits with them attache or them on, they're on the same train or the whole of it upon. Right? So me no frown on people's profession.
So yeah, I don't do that either. I don't frown on people's profession because I'm not paying them. I won't, I'm not taking care of them. So whatever you do to earn a living, whatever profession you have, that is fine with me.
Remember the CEO goes to restaurant, and at the same little cook that we look down upon. I cook for the CEO. You know, as reading a little bit of slave history the other day. And there was this slave master and his family that treated these slaves horrible. Concoct a portion for them when they were having a little get together in the Christmas day, man. And 15 of them should take out, man, with the portion where she concoct. The slave. Yeah, so you have to be careful who you disrespect. You know?
Very true, so true.
Yeah. So I respect every man's profession, including the little dirty boy. All in profession I respect. And I gotta take that from him because he's earning an honest living.
Yes.
Right?
Lord, which country
But-
are you from? Which country are you from?
I am from Portmore now. I am in Terrelong constituency.
Sammy.
Terrelong is my MP. I do business in Big Rock constituency anyhow. But Terrelong is my MP. So
And you know my nickname for him, Flowers, is not Terry Long, it's Terry Strong.
Terry
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Is that man all ride bicycle in them constituency and give out?
Hey, you never seen him bicycle. BMX I ride around. Yeah, man. Listen to me. Before Mrs. Vaz come popular, you know, him first, I see I do some of them things there, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Him was the face before Mrs. Vaz start shine, man. And Mrs. Vaz, you know, she punch above her weight, gonna knock him out. Yeah, man.
I never even know. Joshua, I never even know, say, Terry Long could stand up strong. So in a Portmore, the way our Portmore is, I didn't even know Terry Long could stand up so.
No, he had to. And let me tell you why he had to. The section of Portmore that he's responsible for, my daughter live in Portmore, my first daughter. Right? And me remember all them back road there, them side road in Cumberland, going down to Nagazet, did look. Right? And the man converted. Yeah, man. Me remember how them road there used to look, man. Them side road there. So when you're coming from Nagahead and come out a little further, to your right there. So after you pass, right after you pass, right after you pass June Supermarket.
So atrocious in a furniture.
Right,
Yeah.
after you pass June Supermarket.
All that Newland Road was so atrocious in a furniture.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
You understand, huh?
Yeah, man.
Newland
I'll come
Road,
out to the stoplight where
20
KFC
roads.
was.
20 roads. You know, all of them roads, they did terrible.
Yeah, man.
In a Cumberland, in a Big Rock constituency, the roads are horrible. I see Big Rock do a lot of fixing the other day. The people that learn, there's a lot of lessons learned too.
You have the lives.
Good
When I
night.
used to when I used to say Jamaican people do not vote on issues. So you have to go out there and go sell your party. And you have to push back against the lies. I've been saying this for the longest while. Jamaican people do not vote on issues. You know, the first time I hear Bruce Golding said something, you know, in 2007, 2008 there, he said he relies on the intelligence of the Jamaican people. And I will tell you what my response was at the time. I'm not telling a lie, I'm talking the truth. I said, you cannot rely on something that people don't have.
That's how they know for true, man. What do you put it?
Yeah. Jamaican people love your lie, you know? And that is why the people are moved to the biggest lie. Will capture them attention. Up to PNP vex. So them vote out Mrs. Vaz. Right? And remember, the days when me used to go Portland in the 90s, right? And in the 2000s, when we go in the 90s and upwards when we used to go Portland, the road them bad. When I say bad, you're free. Listen to me. I don't know the names of the streets, I just know how to get myself there. Right? One hardware that behind one gas station me used to go around there, so the road bad, one big hardware. Ramatula or something like so. I saw it name Ramtula, right. Right? And round of them place there used to bad. Right? I don't know which side of Portland that you have to tell me if I feel side that.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I east that, man.
Right. And me go round of them places and see how the road bad. Right? And Mrs. Vance come, and one of the first thing I noticed the lady do, just how when the tractor them going on, that lady stand up and step like a man. The liquor find something. Right? Stand up on the step like a man. And it's like, it's not work for her, she having fun.
Yep.
Right? And the liquor liar one them who not think about them future. Right? Decide that them going to sell them vote for little or nothing. I'm sure you're cheap them sell them vote. I'm wanting to listen to me, you know. Because this man I like crunch numbers. So I'm taking out my calculator now and going to show you how cheap these people sell them vote. And them not stop and think. These are Hydra steps. They don't just how much is minimum wage now, Yeti? All right, so 16, right? 16,000. So enough of them take 50 and 75,000 people here cheap, right? So $75,000, right? Divide by 12, you know, that's $6,250 a month, right? That is almost a third of what their minimum, what their salary is. That's what PNP used to pay them in 2015 for the month, right? Now, let us break it down even further. If you should divide that by 52, because 52 weeks is in a year, right? $75,000. What if you sold their vote for $1,442 a week, right? And just in case that never hit home yet, right? We're going to show you how them cheap. $72,000 divide by 365, right? $197 a day, less than the price of a party you sell your vote for. And if we want to get really ridiculous now, we can divide that figure by 5.
That's why they're going to live with that for 5 years.
That's the point that I'm making when I said you can divide that figure by 5. So let us show you how ridiculous it is. So this is 75,000 divide by 3. Divide by 12. Right? Equal. Right? And then divide by 5. Equal. Right? So that's $1,250 a year, you know, them sell them vote for, you know.
But you're still referring and you're still calculating at 75,000. That is for the most fortunate ones. What about the ones that get 20 and 5 and 15?
No, I am going to the extreme to show you, say, even at the highest end. Hold on, no? Even at the highest end, them still not get nothing. Hold on. So this is 1,250 a year. So with that now, we still divide that by 12. No, by 365. Divide by 365. So it's $3.43 a day. And it's not US, $3.43 a day. Them sell them vote for.
Them same one quarrel say $16,000 a week cannot help. Minimum wage should be more. And they take less, way less for their votes.
Not even a sweetie you can't get for $3.42.
One day.
That is a $5 sweetie, me not said. So many. That is not US.
1 day fees and 4-year famine.
5 year.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. 1 day fees, 5 year famine. So when you divide 75,000 by 5, divide by 12, divide by 365, you get $3.43 per day. And that your vote value. And I'm saying that if you were getting $75,000, because if you're getting less than $75,000, right, then you realize it's less than $1 a day. Couple cents you're gonna end up with to show you they sold the future of their children. And yesterday I saw a video, a lady named Nads. I don't know her, it pop up in my feed. On her TikTok page, where PNP are telling their kids not to ride on the school bus. And even without them, the school bus has exceeded the amount that they had planned for, because they had planned for 15,000 riders. They have reached almost 17,000, right?
Okay.
Right. And that is even with... I'm not sure your PNP is stupid, you know.
I heard a gentleman was on there. I don't know if it's the same feed, but this gentleman was saying, of children, because he's a driver, wanted to take the bus, and their parents, they're saying their parents, and if them take the bus, them are gonna knock out their teeth. Whatever they're gonna do to them.
I saw that
if they take the bus.
But not sure you how stupid they are.
What kind of parents this?
Flowers, not sure you how these people don't love Jamaica, them don't love themselves, and them don't love them children. These are the same set of people who tell you Jamaica hard, right? And they're getting subsidized bus ride for their children, and by extension themselves, because when you have to find less fares to give your kid to go to school, it means less money coming out of your pocket, it means less money coming out of your household, and more money available to do other things. And because of politics, for sure, your people stupid, you know. You decide you'd rather bear pressure on your pocket and on your family instead of utilizing the system that is there. So instead of seeing it as a product of Jamaica, as a provision of the government of Jamaica, of which both parties are a part of the governance system, they see it as a JLP thing. You can't answer more stupid than that. And this is what the PNP manipulate them with all the while, because the PNP has driven it in their head that you're more PNP than Jamaican. And you were from day one, from the day you were born, you were first a human being who was born in Jamaica. From the day you were born, which makes you a Jamaican from day one. But you weren't a PNP until 18 years later when you were eligible to vote, even if you didn't like the party. Right? So you're going to give up something that you had from day one, which is the Jamaican birthright, to something that you choose 18 years later that is fleeting, that can be changed easily. That is a cult.
True.
Yeah. Claudette, you had said something earlier, and I'm going to jump off the live, that you are 64 and you're just learning some of these things. Claudette, we spend our time researching and digging up information, right? When it comes to research, you have to know it when you're around the PNP them, because the PNP them will sell you your own clothes and tell us that them just build at the factory and you believe them. Yeah.
And this is something that everybody must understand also, that is currently happening in Portland. Colin Bell on his platform went live and said that the urban center is not needed in Portland now because it will not increase or benefit the economy. It needs something else, I believe. But the other day, since September the 4th, him and another member went down by the urban center and tell the workmen to come off it. Not understand.
Hold on. I wonder if Colin Bell realized that he can be locked up.
But hold on, let me finish, man. Not understand that this is a national project. And such man now, the MP elect, find himself down there on numerous occasions, another member in team, not understand that's a national project. And when they get to understand that, listen, you cannot take it over. It's a national project and it's partnership by this, that. You know what they went on live and said? The urban center is not being built by the government. A Barita, NCB, this one, that one, decides to build it. Not remembering that the land belongs to the government and it is their initiative because NCB, Barita, and all the other stakeholders trust the government, trust that the work that Mrs. Vaz had put in from the years that she has been here brought about this, that they can say, all right, then listen, we're going to invest in this plan, this initiative, because the Prime Minister would have to say this to them. And then they look into it and see if it makes sense to them, pump their money in it. While the government is also a shareholder. They don't understand it. So I do understand, but if I manipulate people to come and say, well, I know the government will do it. I'm married now, not to do it either. I just married to do it because they cannot control it. This is what they have been doing.
All right. One of the things we have to make sure is that we get some of these terms of references right, because though they may seem simple, PNP will run with anything that them can get away with.
Yeah, man.
The term that that people need to be aware of, it is what is known as a public-private partnership, right? And it is not new to Jamaica. It is something that has been going on for more than 30 years in Jamaica, when you have public-private partnership. In fact, the first time that any such thing was posited, when I said posited, it means it was put forward, was in 1962 when Mr. Siaga approached the banks that were owned by England and Canada, because all the banks and financial institutions were owned then by England and Canada in Jamaica, no other country. Mr. Siaga approached them when he started the nationalization program. And he said to them, we cannot have a country and we don't own its financial institutions. So he gave them one out of two option. Let us own them solely, or we have a public-private partnership. That was the first time we heard of any such thing in Jamaica. Right? So it has been coming from back. Right? We know of several other initiatives. The highway that PJ love to claim, you know, him liking to claim to be the father of highways in Jamaica, which is false, because Ken Jones Highway existed from in the 60s, right? Toll Road is PJ, and even out at toll gate in Clarendon, if we want to be technical, that is the first technical toll road that we had in Jamaica, right? So again, he would not qualify to be the father of tolls in Jamaica, neither would he qualify to be the father of highways in Jamaica. Not to mention what is now known as the Mandela Highway existed before the Portmore Highway, right? The Mandela Highway going down. So let us go back. You know, that highway that they call it the PJ Patterson Highway was a public-private partnership. So for the comrades who want to run, come and say, see it, everything. A foreigners that do it. You first have to cost PG and ask him why him give them a 50-year lease on the highway in our country. We got the loan, they got the contract to build the highway, and we still have to pay them back the loan with interest, and then turn around and give them a 50-year lease on top of it. So under PG, Jamaican people lose in every way until Dr. Andrew Holness came and said, no, make we buy it back from them and give Jamaican people shares in these highway. Right? So you must know who the history that PNP can't tell no lie.
Certainly.
Yeah, read. Go on JL's website, follow Parliament, and anything you don't understand, you either come on these lives or ask somebody who have the information, but don't make PNP fool, you know. PNP them lie. I come from a comrade family, I can tell you that. Right? Me's the only Labourite in my family and them call me traitor and I don't care. Because I don't follow tradition. Yeah. And this is somebody who voted for Portia Simpson Miller already. I did that. Right? So me not talk as somebody who never vote for PNP yet. Me talk as somebody who vote for PNP. So no can't talk to me. Yeah. Know the history of the country, people. PNP will sell your own clothes what you did that for 3 years until I said just left the factory and you will believe them. That's how lie PNP is. Anyway, yeah, Tim, I'm gonna leave you. Just send me. I'll send you a follow immediately. Me don't know if I think me follow you now. You feel
Me send you a follow, man, so you can send the information. When me go work on now, between now and the weekend is to have our prominent bloggers like yourself, Munshi B, Miss Chin, Chopper John, more before by now on the weekend, all away. Here to go through some history so people can have a full understanding of where the party is coming from and all of them something there.
it's two Miss Chin we have now, you know. We have brown Miss Chin and black Miss Chin. One from Clarendon and one from West.
Well, me know the one from Clarendon. Which one? What Miss Chin from West or which one that?
Our father was a councillor in the 60s. And a buster.
Miss Chin are the one where do the are the new girl? The new girl?
Yes. Yeah, man, one brown one.
Yeah,
what PNP well want silence her. Entire year I thought na PNP skin them want silence, you know.
You forgot to them mixing our program, mommy?
You serious?
Oh, yes, Joshua. Mixing our program, mommy. Then send me at this, then send me at that, them try everything. You know.
I saw when you respond. When you come out with the Chichiman song, but you never know that them do.
Let me tell you something. You want to hear it, just remind them that this is the lifestyle that they are living on and call them out. Then try pin everything by you. Then try to tell Jamaica so they have secret for you. Let me tell you something, people. If PNP have secret phone, no, I no secret.
That's what they make up.
That's something they want to make up. So every day them we are gonna let out your secret. Say let it out. Let me tell you something. You realize any time one PNP turn liberator or them Vix or something happen, them start shoot over this and then start cuss who never do this and who did that. All of a sudden now, this one that did rapist, that one that did thief, that one that unalive, that one because they know all of them business.
All right. So here and I'm not going to quietly say it to them. I'll say it loud. Right? Come on, PNP if you understand, say. So the Royal Reid case was mentioned this week again, you see? Which is one of them favorite topic.
Yeah, man, I topic I read though.
Hold on. Anytime PNP rise them, it remind them about Kern Spencer and the light bulb, right? That he was charged for. He was charged. Them can't run away from that. Remind them about one of them own blogger, Doctor of Liology, Orin Cole, right? Who was charged for stealing liquor. Remind them of them own blogger, Rotten Mango, who was charged for stealing in the United States. Remind them of Triplex, who was charged for stealing in the United States again.
Crab leg, you know.
Right. Remind them also of several other things. Don't forget about Kilvera.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what's funny? Everybody knows.
Who's a member of parliament.
Everybody know about such Bloomfield lies, but nobody knows. Yes, when they talk about, you see, as soon as they start about Bloomfield and start talk about Kilvera, everybody gone through the door. Nobody knows.
So anytime them want to bring up them subject there, just make sure you remind them about those things. Cause I'm not talking it loud, you know, come on them here, you know. Cause we need to remind them that we don't have no moral authority to tell nobody nothing.
One love said the reason why Royal Reid get catching in that position is because there's a talking about PNP.
One love. Why not be yourself, man?
One love say Andrew go film if Andrew they just left him.
Why one love not be of himself, man?
One love is easy.
And you know why PNP there have been less than 3 Labourite presidents. So Cruel Greed was one of them, you know, and it's because of my PNP blood why that happened.
Yeah, all right. Look here now. My thing that JPU, so friend where did big PNP turn Labour for now.
Turn neutral. Turn neutral.
Yeah, turn neutral for now. All of a sudden, since she started talk, and let us say on the behalf of Labour and some matters, you realize now all of a sudden start say she did grape some time ago, but Anna try to say she's now a Labourite. But remember, say if that's so, a frame for them time.
No, yeah. Listen, as a PNP stay, you know. As a PNP stay, you see, once you start talk the truth, then eat you for it. Yeah.
Ball out,
PNP,
man.
yeah, man. As Chops normally say, that truth is the PNP's kryptonite.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And not, hey, me tell Nats, you know. Man, she was on a phone call, and me tell Nats up front, I said, Nats, the best thing ever happened to you when you're on the PNP, them fall out, you know.
Yeah, man.
Because guess what? When you're on the PNP fall out, it make you become objective. You stop look through PNP lenses. You start look at it as a Jamaican. And she said, true. To her credit, she never hide it. She said, yeah, true.
And though Karen Cross not really look too objective, Karen Cross just a look and revenge. What? Master they hate Karen.
Listen me. If them can catch Karen, them would have rip her to pieces. And you know why them don't like her cashing up, holding her mouth and talking. You know? At least Natalie will weigh some of the thing what she's saying. Karen now weigh nothing.
Karen have one book with all of them. It's like the great book. I got the great big book of everything with everything inside. When Karen start talk, everybody start run.
It's like throwing a stone at a big penny.
Yeah, man. Who want ball out?
Yeah, man. And them afraid of Karen because Karen no hold on her mouth and talk.
True.
Yeah, man. And even 411, them fear her too because when she ready to drop research on them, man, then had hurt them. Right? 411 not hide it, so she has still PNP, you know. But guess what? She's now one more objective PNP.
Yeah, man.
Right? And I respect that. Right? And that is why I'm tell Labourites, so listen, don't try and convert the ladies. Make them do their job. Yeah. If they are to be converted, they will be converted in due season.
You want to make sure you have your truth and you spread it.
Yeah. And do not hate them either, because guess what? Them never tell you so them a Labourite. They are Jamaicans who is speaking the truth, so make the truth come out. So if tomorrow morning them choose to vote for PNP, leave them. Leave them. They are an ally. They are not our enemies.
You left them alone now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Because them know PNP secret and I know the wickedness happen over there. You know? And while 411 may not necessarily come out front like Karen and Natalie.
And they're still being reserved on certain things because not remember the time not so if I open my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. And anything Natalie said the PNP them do, it usually come out and turn to be true.
Yeah, man.
Enough time. Because I remember the first time Natalie said Mark Golding lied. At that time I used to like Mark Golding because I think that boy was a quite decent guy. Right? Even though I never know how to dress, not that bother me because and everybody can dress. Right? So when Karen used to say him lie and pathological, you know, in him lies, me never used to, it did hard for me to swallow. But she was proven to be right. The man, she say he has narcissistic traits. I couldn't see through that because he seemed like such a quiet and decent guy. You realize if I'm a Mark way or the highway.
Yeah, man.
Mark Golding say, went on stage. I was the advisor to the Minister of Finance and talk about him help for build Finsack, when truth start come out now, and him sister Finsack, people start know the truth about Finsack after we start expose it. Mark Golding said, I had nothing to do with Finsack.
Yeah, man. Retrack.
Listen, man, Mark, I never hear this one for myself, so this me have to rely upon years now. So Mark Golding says in an interview, and about 4 persons on the live had said that they heard. Me never hear for myself. Say him can change his mind whenever I want to. No, him can change his mouth whenever I want to. Because Mark will tell you something today, and next week, when it's convenient, him give you the exact opposite of that story. I'll show you Mark line up. Mark says he's a born Jamaican, right? But as a man who's supposed to be born Jamaican, 2 things may I show you which, if sensible people are looking into it, cannot make sense. How can you be born in our country and you have a foreign passport before you get your local passport? Tell me how that works.
Sure.
Right? And then secondly, if you're a British citizen, which it was proven to be, England at the time wasn't even asking Jamaican born, much less British born, to get a visa to come to England. So how you, as a diplomat and as a British citizen, say you got the British embassy to go get a visa? How? When not even Jamaicans never need it. So how come you so special that you needed a visa? For God, you fear one country. Show you the man lie.
Man, lie, man. I say so.
And these puppet journalists in Jamaica. In fact, journalists don't exist in Jamaica anymore. It's reporters. Right? The only set of journalists that move on nationwide. The rest of them are puppets.
Report lies.
Right. And that's exactly what they are. Not reporters, report lies.
Yeah, man.
One word. Not 2 words, report lies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Them not even that corner, man, say, but Mr. Golding, you stated that you had to get a passport a visa to go to England. But during that time, no British citizen ever needed a visa to go to England. So what caused you to apply? Man, some go out there, go join line, and I've never seen a line at the British Embassy before. So how come you join a line? A non-existent line. What? As some phantom didn't know the line and you're alone, and you're the only one who wasn't a phantom?
Well, I don't know. The people, we live in our country where people are rather darkness than light, and I just so.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Then look. Because
things we've been through, then I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place, see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Every